Welcome again. We'll be starting with the class on cell, that is the types of cells. In the previous class we have talked about the basic structure of the cell and the introduction to the cell. Now we can classify cells under two heads, that is prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells. The prokaryotic cells are the cells which are primitive. Since they are primitive, what is absent here is nucleus. Since there is no nucleus, what is present is the nucleoid. Now this forms the key for the prokaryotic cells. So all the bacteria and cyanobacteria would be example of prokaryotic cells. Now again, what is important here is the chromatin is scattered in the cytoplasm that is present here. Now moving on to the eukaryotic cells. Under eukaryotic cells, what is present is the nucleus. So you have the chromosomes that are present, and then you have DNA which carries the hereditary information which is present in the nucleus of the eukaryotic cells. Again, you have a kind of better structural organization and functional efficiency for the eukaryotic cells that is present. Now this was the very introductory information on eukaryotic and the prokaryotic cells. Now what we will do today is we will understand prokaryotic in bit detail, and then we will move on to the basic details of eukaryotic, and finally we will work around the differences between the two. Now when we talk about the basic characteristics of prokaryotic cells, the first characteristic is the flagella is single-stranded. About the nucleus, we have also already discussed that there is absence of nucleus that is there. You do not have cell wall that is present, but cell wall is present as muramic acid cell wall, and that is present in bacteria and cyanobacteria. However, cell wall is absent in case of PPLO or mycoplasmas. So there is no cell wall in case of mycoplasma and PPLO in prokaryotic cells. Again, there is an absence of true vacuole. So what is present here is a complex gas vacuole that is present. So that is again an important characteristic of prokaryotic cell. Then you have all the double membraned organelles like endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi bodies, then you have mitochondria, centrioles, etc., which are absent in case of prokaryotic cells. However, these would be present in case of eukaryotic, and we will see this further when we talk about the differences. The again important characteristic is the ribosome that is present here is 70S, which has two subunits, the 50S and the 30S subunits, the larger and the smaller subunits of the ribosome that is present here. The respiratory enzymes are lined with the cell organelles, and you have they are in contact with the cell membrane. That is again important characteristics of the prokaryotic cell. Now moving on to the next, that is eukaryotic cell. It's very important to understand that the eukaryotic cell has protoplasm that is present, and this protoplasm, what does it include? This protoplasm is also known as the protoplast, and it includes the cytoplasm, the nucleus, the plasma membranes and the vacuole. So the four things that are included are the cytoplasm, nucleus, vacuole and the plasma membrane. Now this cytoplasm is further differentiated under two heads, the cytoplasmic matrix and the organelles. So this cytoplasmic matrix is also known as haloplasm. So this cytoplasmic matrix is known as haloplasm. Now note, there is a difference between haloplasm and protoplasm. So most of the students are confused here. So you have the cytoplasmic nucleus that has haloplasm. This haloplasm is further divided into two types, the sol and the gel. Now gel is the one that is towards the outer side, towards the membrane. So it is known as ectoplast, and this sol is known as endoplast. Again, this cytoplasmic matrix has movement that is present, and that is known as cyclosis. And this cyclosis is exclusive to eukaryotic cells. You do not see any cyclosis in case of prokaryotic cells. This cyclosis is also known as the cytoplasmic streaming. So it is also known as the cytoplasmic streaming. So this was about the cytoplasm. Now the next component is the organelles. Under organelles you would have the endoplasmic reticulum, which would provide the structure. You would have Golgi apparatus, then you would have lysosomes, centrioles, and so on and so forth. So all of these have their specific functions. So for example, Golgi apparatus is related to storage, lysosomes is related to separation of the digestive enzymes, then you have ribosomes which deal with protein synthesis, so on and so forth. So these are the basic organelles. We would be considering these organelles in detail separately. Now, eukaryotic cells can be of two types. They can be either plant cells or animal cells. Under animal cells, you would have centriole that is present. However, this centriole is absent in case of plant cell, but the plant cell would have cell wall, and this cell wall would be absent in case of animal cell. So under animal cell, you do not have any cell wall. Plant cells will have the cell wall. Animal cells have the centrioles, which would help in the estral pole formation. Plant cell will have no centrioles. So we would talk about plant cell and animal cell in a separate class. Then again, under prokaryotic, we would talk about the structure, the shapes of the prokaryotic cells. Then we would talk about the types of the flagella the prokaryotic cells have, and the most important is again the classification, which is gram positive and gram negative bacteria. So we will talk about the gram positive bacteria and gram negative bacteria in a separate class. Now this is the basic division for the prokaryotic and the eukaryotic cell. Now what we would do today is understand the differences between the prokaryotic and the eukaryotic cells, and broadly what I can say is there are 23 major differences that exist between the prokaryotic and the eukaryotic cells. Now obviously remembering these differences is a difficult task for most of the students. So what we would do is we would start with a simple technique to understand the differences and remember those. So let's do first what is absent in prokaryotic cells. So let's say what all is absent in prokaryotic cells which is present here. So that would be the first basic way to start with. So nucleus absent in prokaryotic cells, present in eukaryotic cells. The next is you have the cyclosis that we talked about, the movement in the cytoplasm that is absent in prokaryotic cell and present here. So I'll just mark the tick there which shows present. Membrane bond organelles is absent in case of prokaryotic cells and is present in case of eukaryotic cells. Then you have true vacuole that is absent here and present in eukaryotic cells. You have gamete formation which occurs as a result of sexual reproduction, is absent in prokaryotic but it is present in eukaryotic cells. Then you have the spindle apparatus that is absent here and present here. Now since I said membrane bound organelles, I can give this as a single term, or I can say endoplasmic reticulum absent here, present here, Golgi bodies absent, present, then I can say lysosomes absent, present, and so on. So I can create a huge list, but rather than that you can simply say the membrane bound organelles are absent in case of prokaryotic and present in case of eukaryotic cells. Then again these are the ones that are absent here and present here. Now moving on to the core characteristics. The size of the prokaryotic cell is small. Here the cell size is large, from 5 to 100 micrometers. That's the average size, and here it's 0.1 to 5 micrometers that is present. The flagella, as I said, is single stranded here, and here it is 11 stranded that is present here. There is one envelope that is present here, and here you have two envelopes, a double envelope. You would have nucleoid that is present in place of the nucleus which is absent here. So here you have nucleoid, here do not have nucleoid, you have the nucleus that is present. Now coming on to the characteristics of DNA. The composition of DNA is low here, high here. The A plus T and G plus C ratio is low here, that's less than 1. It's high here, which is more than 1. So these are some of the characteristics of DNA that is present. DNA here is present in cytoplasm, here it is present in nucleus. Again, there is no differentiation in the DNA since there is no haploid and diploid stage. However, here there is differentiation as there is the haploid and the diploid stage that is found. So you have another characteristics, no differentiation in haploid diploid stage, and here you have the differentiation in the haploid diploid stage that is found. So amount of the DNA is low and not constant in case of the prokaryotic cells. So it does not change. Then you have the transcription and translation. So here both transcription and translation, we would study more about transcription and translation when we will talk about genetics. So here both the mechanisms are present in cytoplasm, but in the case of eukaryotic cells, you have transcription that occurs in nucleus and translation. So you have transcription that occurs in nucleus and then you have translation that occurs in cytoplasm. So you have the different roles for both the transcription and the translation to take place. The protein synthesis here occurs in cytoplasm. So you have protein synthesis that occurs in cytoplasm. Here it occurs in cytoplasm or nucleus. The ribosome here is 70S. The ribosome here is 80S. So that's again important characteristic of the ribosome. So it's 70S ribosome and 80S ribosomes that are seen. The DNA is circular here, however here it is linear. So you have DNA which is circular in shape here, but in case of eukaryotic cells it is linear. So that is again an important difference between the prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells. The cell wall here is absent or even if it is present, it is mainly as the muramic acid. So as we said, cell wall is present in case of bacteria and cyanobacteria and absent in case of mycoplasma and PPLOs. But where it is present, it is in the form of muramic acid. So here you have muramic acid that is absent. So muramic acid is not present in the eukaryotic cells. Again, you have microtubules and microfilaments that are absent. So no microtubules in case of prokaryotes. However, you have microtubules and microfilaments that are present in eukaryotic cells. The nucleus here is single stranded, here it is double stranded, or it has more than one chromosomes in simple term I can say. So these are some of the basic differences that are present between the prokaryotic cells and the eukaryotic cells. In the next lectures, we will talk about the differences between the gram-positive bacteria, the gram-negative bacteria in the case of prokaryotic cells, and the basic shapes and the structure of prokaryotic cells. And in the class on eukaryotic cells, we will talk about the differences between the plant cell and the animal cell, and then we will move on to the detailed discussion for each of the organelles that we talked about when we demarcated the eukaryotic cell, that the eukaryotic cell is basically divided into two, the cytoplasm and the organelles, which both of which are present in the protoplasm. So we would discuss the various organelles in a separate session.